if there's a city that knows the proper way to smash a guitar, it is the city of rock and roll. And in the footsteps of rock legends of the past, another one has been shattered to pieces before kickoff here at Huntington Bank Field in Cleveland. Today, a battle out of the AFC between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. On the visiting sideline, the Bengals and their head coach. His guys have had a tough time coming by wins this year. Losers of 5 their last 7. Along the opposite sideline, that's the head coach of the Browns. His guys are ready as they always are to play in front of this home crowd, hoping the extra surge of momentum pays off in a win. Kate Scott, joined by my partner Brock Heward. It's going to be Chad Ryland to get us started. And here we go on EA Sports. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. So here come the Bengals, ready for their opening drive. They're led out by the legend over in LSU, the former #1 overall pick in 2020, Joe Burrow.
When Joe Burrow's between the white lines, he's one of the game's best and most entertaining quarterbacks. He just has a cool factor that is the envy of so many. Nothing seems to bother them other than some injuries that unfortunately have ended seasons early. When he's on the field, timing, the anticipation, Kate, the precision with which he plays, he has very few peers.
And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're set backwards on first down.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, it came at the perfect time.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. We're going to look at their injured players now, Brock, and with no postseason appearance for them this season, I'd assume the goal is just to get through this game without adding anyone else to this list.
Well, you better be careful, as that saying goes, when you assume, because the guys that are out here, they're not thinking that way at all. It is a bummer. There's no question about it, and those injuries played a role in them not making the playoffs. But for those guys that get to play today, this is their shot. This is their tape, and you never know what this afternoon or evening could do for their career. Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly, you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that. It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And this defense is going to try to hang on to that momentum, Brock, as they go for another stop on third down.
Oftentimes, these early exchanges are just a feeling-out process for rushers and blockers. But they can also set the tone for the battles the rest of the game. And that defender, you know, with an early win, he's feeling really good about himself.
It's in or no, they dropped another one. Picks dropped on back-to-back plays, Brock. But it does force a fourth down. This kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And our game starts with a field goal on the opening drive.
I'm going to call that one a little tester, Kate. Kind of like a 5 to 8 foot putt. You really hope to make all of them, but you know, over the course of the season, you won't. In that case, it went right through.
Here's John Mechie on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So here are the Browns now, headed out for their first drive. And at the helm, second in passing yards, first in touchdowns in Division I college football history. It's Dillon Gabriel.
Not hyperbole at all. To call Dillon Gabriel's collegiate career one of the most productive in the sports history. He set a ton of records across UCF, Oklahoma, and ultimately at Oregon. And I can't wait to watch the lefty sling it in the NFL.
And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. One play in, and they are already close to midfield. Going to the ground again on first. Sneaks away from one. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's going to be good for a Cleveland first down. Gabriel setting up to throw. Goddard makes the catch. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the gun, Gabriel. It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack may change the next play call as it sends him backwards ahead of 3rd down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. Go left side, Tillman has it. And he'll be brought down at about the 29.
How many times, Kate, do we see those routes, those horizontal east-to-west routes, just get that first down on these critical 3rd down situations? It takes tremendous eyes, tremendous speed, and a tremendous want-to by the defense to stop that short. You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Fields this one at the 3. This makes it up to the 25. The Bengals and Jamar Chase about to take over on offense once again. And he's been having such a great season in this offense. You can see, actually top 5 in the league in receiving touchdowns so far. Cincinnati into formation. It's 1st and 10. A carry by Brooks to start the drive. And that's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that run. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. Play action now, Burrow. Cut for big yards on the right side. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. A gain of 26 yards there. And the Bengals have a 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
And Burrow gets enough for that 1st down and then smartly gets down to avoid the hit. We have a timeout now. Medical staff out to check on an injured man, and you hate to see this in the final week of the regular season. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Burrow on the play action. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal. Going play action here. Burrow. Looking touchdown here, but they cannot connect. So that's going to send them back to the line for 2nd and goal. So now a timeout for a player who was shaken up on that previous snap, and I think we can all agree not what any of us were hoping to see as we close out this regular season. So after the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and goal. Burrow from the gun. Pass cut by Brooks. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line. And they've held him out twice. Chance at another stop here, 3rd and goal. To throw again, it's Burrow. Brings it in. He's got a Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals break the tie here in the 1st. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Evan McPherson on to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bengals break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. This is Mechie with the return. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. Onto the field comes the Browns offense for the second time. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Here's Judkins to begin the drive. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Give him 13 on that play. And that's a Browns first down. Working from the gun, it's Gabriel. Escapes the defender. Finds a seam down the middle. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. He gets down inside the 35-yard line. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
Escapes out to the left. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
Pete, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But it nets the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Gabriel. For the right side. Caught by Fanning. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. First down. Gabriel. Nowhere to go with it, so he's just going to throw this one away. Well, he'd been perfect to that point on the drive, Brock. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
Now, I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right?
Yeah,
and I look at it through those optics so much. But it's the same thing defensively.
Bengals get to him and take him down. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
Get into the red zone and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards. But, Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on third down. Here he goes, third and long. He's at the screen. It's Judy. On third down, they wind up going the wrong way. That one goes backwards. That'll be the end of one in this AFC North battle. The Bengals are out in front. We'll return to Huntington Bank Field after this. We're ready now for the second quarter. Browns in control of it. Teams getting out there and ready to resume play. The kick by Ryland is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
That's going to be taken in at the 8. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line. The Bengals and Joe Burrow all set to take over. And we're all hoping his hot start can continue. He's been putting up some numbers early in this contest. New set of downs for him from the 31. They put Austin in motion left. On first down, here comes Brooks. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. Burrow to the air now. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Third and short, it's Burrow. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one does not go far.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the fourth down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
He has it at the 13. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Browns returning their offense and this running back to the field. And they've got a bit of momentum from the field goal on the last series, hoping to grow that into something greater with a touchdown here.
Yeah, I think one thing you find is you do not want to settle for a field goal again. Points are great, but touchdowns, that's what's win games in the NFL.
And he works his way for a gain of 4. First down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5. Shotgun handoff here for Dunkins. He dodged the tackle, and he's tackled with the first down yardage. We've set it downs from 37. Here's Gabriel, 1st and 10. Trouble brewing, and the Bengals bring him down. It's 3 sacks for the game so far, brings up 2nd down.
And right there's the danger, Kate. When you put the ball in the air, how many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't, they call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
Gabriel here from the gun. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. Looking to throw this one. Gabriel. He lobs this one up, looking deep to the right side. Well, they had the look. Certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing 4th down.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
Fights his way through a tackle. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Cincinnati just about set for its next offensive possession. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Offense showing trips outright as they get set for this 1st and 10. Burrow setting up the play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
They call play action. Would have been better to actually give it to him on a carry right there, Kate. The front was fooled for about a split second, if that. And that play call ended up working in their favor as it leads to a sack.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Short pass brought in. And he manages maybe 3 yards there to the 23-yard line. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. To the air on 3rd and long. He's got his man. This is Austin. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. It's a pickup of 26. And a fresh set of downs for Cincinnati.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
This is cut by Isaiah Likely. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. On 1st down, here's Burrow. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball stays at that 37. Here's 2nd and 10. To the air again. It's Burrow. Finds him over the middle. And they take him down right along the 30. 7th play of the drive. Offense facing 3rd and 3. Again, it's Burrow. Caught quickly on the slant. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Offense is set. 1st and 10. Sticking in the air. It's Burrow. Completed over the middle. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And the Bengals have a first down. From the red zone now. Gets it to him on the screen. And he is going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals now lead by 10. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
McPherson at the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bengals drive their lead to 11. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. This is Mechie with the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Now we see the Browns offense headed out. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
They get an even 10 on that play. And that's going to be good for a Cleveland first down.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Off the play action, here's Gabriel. Finds his fullback. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. This is 2nd and 6 coming up.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 37-yard line.
Design quarterback run here. Ooh, they're on that one. Second down's going to end up in a loss of yards.
QB runs can be some of the most difficult plays for these defenses, but not for the defense right there. Did their homework, and they get an A+ for how they defended that play.
Throwing on 3rd down, Gabriel. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
They'll punch it away again. Blake Gillikin coming back to the field. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. Fair catch calling for, and he's got it right near the 30-yard line. The Bengals and Jamar Chase about to take over on offense once again. And they have made it no secret that they want to go his way in this game, right? And the results so far, I'd say very promising. First down, Burrow to throw. Finds the in route complete. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Burrow out of the shotgun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
Likely's got it right side. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. The Bengals send out the punting unit. It'll be Ryan Rico doing the honors. Begins his return at the 16. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. The Browns and this running back headed back out for a new series. And that front is really going to need to buckle down and provide some more opposition because he's gotten off to an excellent start here. First down, Gabriel. And he put everything he's got behind it. Throwing across his body, and it backfires. Interception. T.J. Turner comes up with it. That's one of the longest throws we have or probably will see in this contest, partner. Too bad it wound up in the hands of the defense on the interception.
It is so easy to marvel at the sheer amount of distance he threw that football. But can we also take a step back and marvel about the amount of distance covered by that defender? He had to stick in coverage 50 yards down the field, and that's not just it. It's not even about getting there. Once you get there, you got to make the play. He did it. That is job well done.
Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. Burrow from the gun. Into traffic. Complete. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Burrow to the air now. That's incomplete on 2nd down. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Burrow. It's caught. Chase has it. He's out in the clear. And they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal here from the 7. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. 4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal. Here's Brooks. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal. Now a timeout's called. Cleveland using its 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Here's Burrow. To the end zone, but incomplete. That play is going to force 3rd and goal. Now Burrow. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on 3rd down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
McPherson's kick is good. And that extends their lead to 14.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
This is Mechie with the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Browns going on offense here very late in the half. And down a couple of scores, Brock. They're probably going to try to get this into field goal range, trying to trim that lead. Cleveland about ready to go. Here's 1st and 10. And the receiver's going to hit behind the line. That ball's loose. Now the Bengals have it. Not much added after the recovery, partner, so that is where they'll take possession from the fumble.
You know, this just can't happen on 1st down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is a premium on every down, every distance. But on 1st down, it is especially a killer.
Here come the Bengals to take over once again. And they settled for a chip shot field goal last time, Brock. You got to think they want to be able to finish it off and reach the end zone here. Bengals getting set, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Brooks. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Run loss of a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11. Burrow setting to throw. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first. Now ahead of 3rd down. We get a pause here. They're going to call a timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Has him on the quick hitter. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs. The final timeout taken by the Bengals. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be hit, sent out after about a gain of 1, maybe 2 yards there. Second down now, they need 7. To throw again, it's Burrow. And he is going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals get more points to end a lopsided first half. T. Higgins, the touchdown. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They're just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared, and more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
Point after up and good by McPherson. And the Bengals stretch their lead to 21. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And he'll decide to pass on the return here and take the touchback instead. The Browns taking the field with barely any time left in this opening half. They're going to have to be quick about anything that they want to do here, partner. Enough time for a few snaps at most. Only 17 seconds left for them as they begin this drive. Here's Gabriel, 1st and 10. Finds him over the middle. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. Now the Browns spend their final timeout. Gabriel, 1st and 10. He's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when you saw the field. It's going to be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Back to throw it. He has all day back there. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. It all comes down to this. Week 18. All the playoff spots and playoff seedings will be locked up. Let's get into the highlights. Our trip through the NFL starts now. In the Windy City, the Bears at home to take on the Lions in the NFC North. And it's the tight end, Colston Loveland. He's going to pull this one in, and then he sets his sights towards the end zone. 58 yards for the score. The Bears will be a part of this year's playoffs. They get the victory here in the regular season finale. Meanwhile, our game has not been all that competitive, a one-sided affair through 2 quarters. As we get you back out to Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. This is Mechie with the return. They're going to bring him down as he gets it to the 33. The Browns back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. In that first half, they just couldn't keep up the pace, but they're going to be the ones setting the pace here to begin this 3rd quarter. Zone read, this is Judkins. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know, what do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Bengals into the nickel set, 3rd down. Gabriel here from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. Jukes away from one. Jukes another one. And this one's going to move him all the way down to the 25-yard line. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Handoff now to Judkins. Escapes a defender. And it'll be 1st and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line. We have a timeout now. Medical staff out to check on an injured man, and you hate to see this in the final week of the regular season. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. From the red zone on 1st. Bengals get to him and take him down. And it's step 1 towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. 2nd and goal coming up.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks. Well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
Leading 10 yards now as they line up. It's 2nd and goal. From the gun, Gabriel gets out of trouble. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. Getting a look now at their key inactives for this game. Obviously not a list they want to see too populated at any points this season.
But you'll hear teams say this, rightfully so, Kate, all the time, every weekend. There's a reason we've got 53 guys on the roster and another bunch on the...
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defensive down away from completing this stand. It's 4th and goal.
All right, I'm to the point of the game, Kate. Now, we got to get the ball out of our hands. He is just taking a beating all game long, and on this drive, yet again. Find a way to protect, find a way to run, and get the ball out of his hands.
The kick by Ryman is good. And it gets a fraction closer as the lead's down to 18.
He's happy to bring him 3 points closer, but I'm sure he sees the situation of the game. He knows 3 isn't going to cut it to end these drives. They need to find the end zone.
This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Bengals and Joe Burrow all set to take over. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. They'll start this drive with Brooks. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
On 2nd down, it's Brooks. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. They'll pick up 14 yards on that one, and a fresh set of downs for Cincinnati.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Running once more with Brooks. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah there to bring him down. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Play action here. Burrow. Higgins downfield, and he has it. He's not going to get any further after that catch. Tackle made at the 29-yard line. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
First and 10 at the 29.
Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll bring it into the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals can make it a 4-score game as they lead by 24. Well, Brock, he found himself some space to work, and from there, wow, all athleticism as he made his way into the end zone.
You got that right, Kate. Just that speed. You got to have some different gear when you get down here to the red zone. It's hard to score rushing touchdowns, and that running back sees the open space, he sees the green grass, and he finishes it off with 6.
That one right down the middle. And the Bengals grow their lead yet again. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Cleveland offense back out and getting set for the drive. And this has become must-score territory now every time out as they trail by a full 4 possessions in this second half. Working from the gun. It's Gabriel. Hauled in by Goddard, left side. And they get him out just before he can move those chains, partner. It's a gain of 9 on first down. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and
Off the play action. Here's Gabriel. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Jerry Jeudy, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd and short. Gabriel the sneak. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. And you keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. The throw now. Here's Gabriel. On the screen, this is Sampson. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, the defense creates a negative play and sets him back behind the sticks.
And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and
Going on 3rd down, Gabriel. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And this defense makes the stop in a big way to bring up 4th down.
I think we can officially call this pile on mode. They've been the better group all game. You felt it. This quarterback, well, he certainly felt the brunt of it. The rest of the way, Kate, this may be time to pad those stats and keep on pressing against a group that has had no answers for him up front.
Throws this clean at the 30. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. The Bengals and Joe Burrow all set to take over. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. Looks on the counter. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. First play of the drive lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. 2nd down. Burrow from the gun. Likely's got it right side. And they're going to get to him right along that midfield stripe, Brock, as he's set out. All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Didn't sell the draw enough, and he pays the price. He's headed the wrong direction, backs him up for 2nd down. Burrow out of the shotgun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. So now a timeout for a player who's shaken up on that previous snap, and I think we can all agree not what any of us were hoping to see as we close out this regular season. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. They'll throw, 3rd and long. This connects with Higgins. And he is going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals keeping the pedal floored and adding 6 more. T. Higgins, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game.
Every touchdown's got its own story, but for me, Kate, that one's all about courage. Courage of that receiver to run all the way across the field. Courage of the quarterback to know it's going to take a little extra time. That courage paid dividends for 6.
McPherson at the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bengals continue piling on to this lead. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. This is Mechie with a return. Cleveland's offense all set to take over. And they take the field feeling pretty beaten down with how this one's gone. Even if they're keeping their heads high, Brock, not a whole lot they've been able to do so far.
Yeah, in these moments, I think of golfers, right, in a tournament. They don't want to look at the scoreboard. They don't want to see how much they're down. They just want to take it shot by shot by shot. That's exactly what this offense has got to do.
We've set it down from 37. Completed over the middle. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Just a yard left to go on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 1. At the 46.
Gabriel's going to throw it. And This time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up. Only 1 quarter remaining now in these teams' regular season. It's the Browns with the ball, but they enter this fourth quarter at a massive deficit. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Here he goes, 3rd and long. They're on him again, and he goes down again. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
Some squads you just see love to do this, Kate, and I've got so much respect for defensive coordinators who late in the game, instead of playing prevent, well, they step up the aggression meter. Back-to-back sacks puts this offense and this quarterback way off schedule.
Well, best of luck here. It's 4th and a considerable distance. Desperation time here. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. And this is rejected. The defender knocks the throw away and forces a turnover on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Out comes the offense for the Bengals. They're going to win this game, but with touchdowns on 3. Three straight drives, Brock. They're probably going to want to keep that streak going. On 1st down, here's Burrow. Catch made by Austin. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. 5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. Straight ahead, here's Brooks. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Working inside the red zone. Setting up the running back screen. And he's forced out of bounds after picking up about 7. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Burrow on the play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And it'll be 3rd down coming up after this defense's 3rd sack of the game.
Hey, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
Third and 6 for them to figure out now. Third and long. They're going to throw. Behind the line, he lost that football. And the Browns pick it up. And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
3rd down, you could see he may have been trying to simply do too much to help his side. It loosened his hold on the ball and gave that defense a chance to knock it free. Instead of facing 4th down, they're off the field completely.
The Browns getting their offense out there. And all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. It's Sampson running out of the gun. He dodged the tackle. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that's a Browns 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the gun, Judkins. And they're going to be humbled here on 1st down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis. And
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And for the second straight play, Brock. They're headed the wrong way. That's going to bring up a tough third down. Third and long for him here. Tillman down the field, and he's got it. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Looking to throw this one. Gabriel. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down. Go left side, and Tillman has it. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down. They'll air it out on third. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play. Jarring loose, incomplete. Down big, they're going to exhaust all options, it appears. The offense lining up to go for this. They'll throw for it. That one's caught. Judy has it. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down.
That's another Browns.
First down, Gabriel. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It's a sack on first down. We'll see if it changes the play they go with now on second.
Just an incredible effort out of him today. And the type of performance, frankly, that elevates the energy level of all 10 guys around him. What a game he's got going.
He's going to tuck on the turf. Ball's out. He lost it. Oh, and they got it back. This play is still live. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Near disaster a moment ago, but this drive's still in trouble if they can't convert on third. To the air on third and long. Throw left side, caught by Davis. And the hit is made, so they bent to the competition, but they didn't break, Brock, as they force this fourth down. He'll go quickly to the right. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or two short of the 25. So a new set of downs. Here we go, first and 10. Working from the gun, it's Gabriel. He's going to keep it this time. And that's a first down from Gabriel as he slides to a stop.
13 yards on the play. That's another Browns.
On the give, here's Judkins. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running backs because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Tried to beat him with a quick pass, but not quick enough. That winds up as a loss.
A good RPO play, it takes a lot of timing. Proper decision-making from a calm, cool, collected offense. Well, that one didn't have any of it.
From the gun, Gabriel. And as that one falls incomplete, all eyes shifting to the flag that was thrown. If it's defensive, we've got a first down here. So pass interference on the shot to the end zone, and now they're going to be set up on the goal line with a great chance to get the touchdown anyway. Sampson. And this is all for cosmetics as he's in for the late touchdown. The Browns making the scoreboard look a touch better. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
Ryland tacks on the extra point. And the Browns will trail by 25. All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Has this at the 6. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Bengals and Joe Burrow all set to take over. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. A carry by Brooks to start the drive. Powering his way forward a bit, give him about 6 there to begin this drive.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
He's out near midfield and still going. And he's finally stopped across midfield at the 47. They get 22 out of that play. And the Bengals have a first down.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
Now an inside handoff to Brooks. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
So the Bengals take this one on the road. Well, Brock, the playoffs didn't materialize for them this year, but at least they were able to rally together here in this final week and close the campaign out with a victory.
Yeah, you know, once those playoffs are out of the picture, your focus really becomes building some hope for next season. Ending things on a good note, getting people excited about your tape and what's to come in the future. And in this win, we certainly saw some of those moments that make me excited to see them chase the playoffs next season.
Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Heward and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Bengals emerge as winners. As with that, we'll sign off from Cleveland.